Adam Williams, known to the world as Adam the Woo, wasn't just a YouTube creator. He was a son, a brother, a friend, and a person who inspired thousands with his curiosity, kindness, and energy. His sudden passing on December 22, 2025, sent shockwaves through not only his family but also the entire community of fans who had followed his journey for years. On January 10, 2026, his father, Jim Williams, finally spoke publicly about the devastating events that changed their lives forever. Jim began by recalling that morning in Central Florida, a place he always described as paradise. It was just another ordinary Saturday. His wife June was resting and Jim was quietly passing time in his office. He wasn't expecting anything unusual. Then there was a knock at the door, but this wasn't a normal knock. It was loud, insistent, almost urgent. The pounding immediately sent a chill down Jim's spine. Something about the force, the urgency, made him realize that this was serious. When Jim opened the door, he was met by a police officer. "Are you David Williams' father?" the officer asked. Immediately, Jim knew something was wrong. Adam's first name was David, but the family had always called him Adam. The fact that the officer used his legal first name was a signal that this was no ordinary visit. Jim's first thought was that Adam might have been in an accident. The officer, speaking gently and professionally, delivered the news that would forever change Jim's life. "I'm so sorry, but your son has been found dead at home." Jim heard the words, but at first they didn't fully sink in. It was as if his mind was refusing to accept the reality. Within minutes, June had woken up. As soon as she heard it, she broke down, overcome with tears, disbelief, and shock. The officers then asked questions, routine, necessary questions about Adam's life. Had he been using drugs or alcohol? Had he ever threatened to harm himself? And other questions related to understanding what had happened. But each question felt like another blow, another reminder of the unimaginable reality that their son was gone. Jim recalled watching detective shows and crime dramas, but nothing could have prepared him for facing the moment in real life. After the officers left, the full weight of the situation hit. Jim and June clung to each other, sobbing uncontrollably. Jim shared how throughout their lives together they had always made sure to say "I love you" to Adam whenever they parted. There were never unspoken words or unresolved arguments. Those moments, simple as they were, became a source of comfort amidst the heartbreak, a reminder that they had never left things unsaid with their son. Adam's hugs, his voice, his simple words of love, they were memories Jim would now hold on to for the rest of his life. He remembered Adam's strength, his kindness, and his unwavering love for his family. But the shock didn't end there. Their daughter Faith, who lived in another state, first heard about Adam's death through social media before her parents could speak to her. Hearing her cry over the phone shattered Jim's heart all over again. Adding to the horror were the details of how Adam was discovered. A friend had come to meet him that morning, and when Adam didn't answer, saw him motionless on his bed. They tried everything, banging on windows, shouting, calling out, but it was too late. That image of a friend desperately trying to reach Adam added a new layer of pain and helplessness to the family's grief. The first few days after the news were unbearable. Jim and June couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't focus on anything. They wandered their home, repeating Adam's name, trying to make sense of a reality that had no sense. The holidays that were supposed to be filled with laughter, joy, and family togetherness were now empty reminders of what they had lost. Jim recalled moments that once seemed ordinary: Adam as a child learning to ride a bike, holding his newborn sister at Christmas, trading baseball cards with friends, starting his first small business ventures. Each memory was now a precious treasure, a reminder of the life that was abruptly taken away. Jim also reflected deeply on Adam's character. Adam had always been gentle, patient, and kind, a true gentle giant. Even when he was busy or had a lot going on, he would take time for people who needed him. Jim shared a powerful memory of an Adam meetup at the Arctigan Mall in Orlando, where hundreds of fans waited in line for hours just to meet him. Adam spent 6 hours greeting people, taking pictures, giving stickers, and engaging with each person. He didn't rush, didn't complain, and didn't act like a star. To him, each person mattered. Watching his son give so much love to strangers was a moment of awe and inspiration for Jim. But alongside the heartbreak was uncertainty. The medical examiner's report, including forensic and toxicology results, was still pending. Jim explained that it could take weeks before the final report came back. The family still didn't know the official cause of Adam's death, which added a lingering tension to their grief. Each day without answers felt heavy, a reminder of the void left by his absence. Even amid the pain and confusion, the Williams family leaned on faith. They prayed for strength, guidance, and comfort. Slowly, through the support of friends, advisors, and the wider YouTube community, they began to navigate through their grief. Messages, tributes, and condolences poured in from fans who had loved Adam. These messages reminded the family that Adam's impact extended far beyond their own home. Each comment, each story shared about Adam's influence offered moments of solace. Jim reflected on Adam's wisdom and insight, which often went unnoticed while he was alive. Watching his son's videos again after his passing, he realized how much Adam had understood about life, people, and the world. This insight inspired Jim to revive his own YouTube channel, sharing stories and memories of Adam and continuing the legacy of positivity and curiosity that Adam had built. Jim plans to revisit trips and moments from Adam's life, compiling them in chronological order to show the full story of his son's journey and to preserve it for the fans who adored him. Every memory, every laugh, every hug, and every small moment now carries an immeasurable weight. Adam was not just a creator. He was a son, a brother, and a young man whose life touched countless people in profound ways. Jim's reflections highlight both the unbearable pain of loss and the enduring power of a legacy. Even in his absence, Adam continues to inspire those who knew him and those who had only met him through his videos. Jim emphasized the importance of community. Adam's fans and followers didn't just mourn, they reminded the family that they weren't alone, that Adam's spirit lived on in the hearts of everyone he had touched. The outpouring of love, stories, and memories provided strength, showing that even in death, Adam's light continued to shine. Jim also spoke about the importance of cherishing the people around us. Adam's life demonstrated how simple acts of kindness, attention, and connection can leave a lasting impact. Jim encouraged viewers to express love, to cherish moments with loved ones, and to live purposefully, just as Adam had done. Every small gesture Adam made, from engaging with fans to spending time with family, left an imprint on the world that can never be erased. Looking back, Jim sees Adam's life as a collection of countless small but meaningful moments. From childhood adventures to teenage entrepreneurial efforts, from family holidays to engaging with fans, Adam lived with intention and warmth. Jim now seeks to honor his son by sharing those moments, preserving his memory, and keeping his legacy alive through storytelling and videos. Even in the midst of grief, Jim and his family have found a way to hold onto hope, faith, and the belief that Adam's impact continues. Through their stories, memories, and shared love, Adam the Woo lives on, inspiring others to cherish life, embrace curiosity, and spread kindness wherever they go.